When did you get here, though?
When did you get here?
Let me think. I don't remember. But after uni, I would say I lived here.
But you
That's
don't even have
20.
friends here, so it's like
Exactly.
So that's where the problem
I
is.
don't think I sound like I'm from
No, you
Kent.
sound very posh when you talk.
I do not sound posh.
You do.
That was posh. I do not sound.
Was that posh? I don't sound posh. You know what's funny? When I met with my school friends, I was like, why do they talk like this? So that means my voice has changed as well.
Yeah, you've
I was
changed.
judging them.
Yeah. I think maybe Luda's the only one that.
Luda's faking her accent.
Yeah, she does fake it, yeah. Pearl, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Pearl was here a long time though.
True. But to be fair, our friends, like all the girls, Mariah and all that, they say I give London vibes, but I don't think I do.
Apparently you don't.
I don't think I do at all.
But then the way people talk from London is like they're like, yeah, like, oh my god, like
family. Yeah,
whoa.
we don't really use slang. Josh uses it. Anyone who uses slang is Josh a little bit.
Me, I don't think I do.
Yeah, no, Josh, you say fam a lot.
Josh just has a posh accent.
But he says fam a lot.
I do say fam a lot. I feel like fam.
Yeah, but it's one word.
Fam isn't really...
Yeah, but we do not do that. And also Josh's sin. I don't get that. I don't get it. When he says sin, have you seen it?
Sin.
That's diabolical. Yeah, he says sin. Have you seen it? I will say, have you seen it? He will go, have you seen it? I've seen it.
That's like colloquial.
That's crazy.
That's like, you know, just...
Yeah, that's giving like you learned that from your parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Ken thing. I picked up on someone. I asked someone. They said, oh, you know, that's a Ken thing. I think Claude said that's a Ken thing. Or someone.
Isn't a vocal fry a Ken thing?
Vocal fry? What's that?
Like when you talk like that.
Oh.
You know, the fry.
Yeah, we grew up with that one. Oh my gosh, PTSD. But yeah, wow.
I want to see myself. Hi, this is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been thinking all day how I'm gonna introduce you. Is actually
as a nepo baby. You're a nepo baby.
Low key.
I mean, I feel like my fame has expired, but he's still a nepo baby.
No. I think I'm a good big brother. I think I'm a really good big brother.
You think he thinks he's the lawyer because he doesn't have no brothers?
Nice.
No. We were saying who has the same tendencies, and they said they're brothers, and then I don't have that. I said we have the same tendencies.
We're more alike than the other two, aren't we?
Yeah, I feel like when Josh saw the prequel, you saw some similarities. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get onto that.
We need to tighten up. I think you've tightened up more than me, though.
That's what you think.
No, I'm still.
We're talking about love life, by the way, guys.
Love life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can. I was gonna say that story is gonna start and end very quickly. There's no love life to talk about.
Damn, I'm retired as well.
Me, I'm out. So nobody.
The exact
we all three of us are in the same boat, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. So Josh,
no, because that TikTok.
That TikTok. Oh my days. Oh my, that's hilarious.
Since what you saw, did you see the TikTok?
No.
Oh, so one of our other friends got a girlfriend, and then Josh put in the group chat. There's 3 out of 5 of us that have girlfriends, and then Josh said, "What about you two?" And then 2 hours or 3 hours, and Larry texts me. He's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna?"
Who was the second one? Was the second one hilarious as well? Because I thought it was hilarious again.
It was all me.
The second one was basically Larry's like more nonchalant in it, and obviously I'm more heart on my sleeve. Yeah. So Larry texts me, "How does one fight?" He texts me, "How does one fight for a woman?"
Oh, it's hard out here. When you're outside, it's cold. Bro. We're all looking for directions. Where is the navigation?
No, that's too funny,
What,
man.
what's
What was the last one? What was the last one?
the last one was
Oh.
MLK. Was MLK a plant?
Was he a plant? Oh,
Like an industry plant. But yeah, very funny, man. Bro, I've received a lot of funny texts, by the way. Like, it's very weird, and half of them are hilarious. So, I'm glad I'm your first point of contact. That's
what we're gonna do then, eh? What we're gonna do? It's only 2
We will make something shame.
Oh.
But yeah. Who knows? Maybe the prequel will help. Maybe the prequel will bring black love back. Who knows? That's what we want.
that's all we want, isn't it?
But we're gonna dive a bit more into that a little bit later.
Okay.
But wow, we are here. I said I don't know how I was gonna introduce you the whole day. Because obviously you are my sister.
Hello.
I was like practicing how I'm gonna say your name. It's too weird. It's too
weird. Oh yeah.
It's very weird. It's very weird. So I'm just gonna say, Sister Bumi. Hello, Sister Bumi. Welcome to the pod, Sister Bumi.
I feel like that's becoming a nickname now.
Yeah, it is a nickname. Even Liam calls Sister Bumi, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shout out Liam.
So yeah, welcome to the pod, our very first guest. We were gonna have a few. We're gonna have a few other guests, but I said I have to get my sister on before anyone else.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you guys don't know, if you lived under a rock, if you're in the wrong generation, EastEnders Star. Also, personally, my favorite, because obviously I wasn't allowed to watch EastEnders. What's that show called again? Misfits.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite one of yours, by the way.
Really?
Misfits. And yeah, and a lot of people do know that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was also on Misfits. Very interesting character as well.
Yeah.
We'll dive into that a bit later as well.
Oh.
But yeah, we're here to preview your prequel, your short film for your film, the one you've been working on.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna talk a bit more about that. So yeah, well, introduce yourself. Who are you to the people that don't know?
Okay, hi. I am technically the 4th member of Kentish.
Is it?
I just silent partner. Yeah, so my name is Bumi, aka Sister Bumi, actress, writer, I guess producer, artist, all the above, just a creative all round. And yeah, so I've written my first short film, well, technically my second short film, called The Prequel, and it's the prequel to my official screenplay that I'm hoping that I will be putting into cinema very soon. So yes, so this is just the beginning of that big story.
So yeah, we've all watched it, and I hope people here to watch the review are here to talk and listen to us talk about it as well. If you haven't watched the prequel, pause the video now and watch the prequel.
Put the link in the bio.
In the link in the bio, 100%. So yeah, it's only 10 minutes. Pause it, open a link, come back. Simple as that. But yeah, some talking points about the short film. And after doing a lot of episodes together, I feel like we all think alike. And I know everybody might have the same number one question. Why did you mention podcast and men?
Oh!
What is wrong with men having a podcast? What is wrong with men having a podcast?
Oh my! Oh gosh! I feel very, very okay.
You gotta watch what you say, man.
Okay, so that was basically it's a talking point that is quite featured a lot online, where a lot of women beg the question, why do men have podcasts? So I kind of wanted it to be relatable in that sense, as she is one of the girls who probably doesn't really fancy that. Not that she doesn't like it, she just doesn't really fancy it. So that's just what that was. It was just to call people in to a discussion that's already been had on screen, just to and also add to that discussion so we can see that these characters are part of the world in the real world, that they're also in the real world. So I wanted to relate it as much as possible, and that's the talking point that I find is online quite a lot. So, and especially pertaining to like relationships, like, you know, I don't want my man talking too much or all those type of preferences. So that's what that was. It was just a call, a call in to the discourse online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yes.
But yeah, I've laid down the floor. If you guys, what are you?
I mean, yeah, I actually wrote that. I wrote pet peeves podcast. I wrote that down because I obviously wanted to talk about it. But I actually was more. My question was more of like a basic, like where did the idea come from? You know, why this topic? Why relationships? Black relationships. So, how did the whole idea, you know, come to fruition?
Okay, so the whole idea really has come from a film that I've written. So this is my way of introducing this topic and this couple and this storyline, or at least the beginning of the storyline that I'm telling at the moment, to the forefront, to try and pitch. Is also my way of pitching my idea.
Yeah.
And the subject or the genre of like romance has always like been my favorite. I'm a lover girl, unfortunately. So I've always wanted to, like, I love film. So watching film, those are the type of films I love to watch.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted it like in my own, I've always said like on my own ends.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted like love and basketball, but I wanted love and football.
Okay.
You know, so you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
I get you.
always wanted something I could relate to that's like something, yeah, and that's not necessarily just always about like the negative aspects of like the UK culture.
Yeah.
And then as an actress is also a role that I really do love as well. And I would also love to play that type of character as well. So it came out of like a need from both sides, like me as a lover of film and also me as an actress. And when I found myself writing, it was just the first thing that really came to like fruition in that kind of way. So yeah, so the prequel is just exactly what it is. It's just the beginning of this love story. And then eventually we will watch the full. I mean, movies are like 2 hours now, so it won't be 2 hours, but it's like, you know, a standard film length film that will be coming out hopefully very soon, or at least we'll shoot it very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so how? Oh God, God.
I mean, I was gonna say, I think it's a great idea. I've obviously shown like a prequel to the bigger film. I think it's a good way of like showing characters. I was gonna mention the two protagonists, the two main characters. There's a lot of like little things that I'd want to like know, and obviously a full length film would obviously introduce a bit more of the characters. Like you mentioned, one of the characters mentioned something about their mums. They said, oh, and I was like wondering what that is. There a deeper meaning? He's talked about the families, the mums. Like obviously, could there be something about their mums and their mums don't get on? So I was like intrigued into what that was, you know. But obviously, a full length film, I'm assuming, will explain. So, yeah, I kind of like that.
Yes. Yeah. So I really kept it really brief as possible. So hopefully people are really want to know what's more and want to know what does she mean by that? Is that what the story is going to be about? So hopefully people are asking enough questions that I get to answer with the full length film.
Yeah.
So yeah, so while sometimes I'm like, oh, it's too short, then I'm happy that it's as short as it is, so that people can want more and want to know more and, you know, figure out what it's about. So there are clues.
Yeah.
I think once the big film comes out, the whole thing will make a lot of sense. Right now, some people, no one has hit the mark. Everyone who's come to me be like, is it about this? Is it about that? I'm like, I don't know, but no one has got it right yet. So that's also good.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but there are little Easter eggs all around the film. So yeah.
Nice.
Miss, can I ask a question? So I'm not really sure how to word this. It's not exactly a question, but it's something I liked about the prequel. How it was like layered in a way where, even though it's like you're interviewing the characters in the film and they're talking about their story or their film. So I was wondering what was like the direction with that, or like what were you intending to do with that?
Oh, cool. I love that one. So yeah, so I really wanted it to be like very literal in a sense that they are. So it's essentially they've been invited to a platform to like answer questions like anybody would, like on those kind of type of shows where you come on as a couple and you ask. So that's what they're on. And so I wanted it to be like, yes, the audience is watching these two and they are telling you their story. So I'm literally saying, here, this is the story. Like you're not gonna. This is the way I want to introduce them, literally by them introducing themselves. So when they say, hi, my name is Ade, hi, my name is Andrew, now the audience knows, everyone knows this is the couple and this is who it is. So I, with the flashbacks, it was actually a note I got from somebody who was reviewing my script, was that they wanted me to explore their relationship a lot more. So I really wanted to have them flashback to points that made them them. And I wanted it also to really represent, I guess, the culture in the UK.
Yeah.
So the corner shop to me is like, when you think of like any area you're from, everyone has their boss man, everyone has their corner shop. Everyone at some point will have that time where they're moving out and they're moving in, whether it's with someone or by themselves, however they choose to do it. And everyone has experienced their first date. So I just wanted to like have those moments where you're sitting down, listening to them, and then you're also flashbacking with them and also with yourself. So hopefully that's the goal. So as you're on the date with them, you're like, oh yeah, I remember my first date. Or if you're the corner shop scene, everyone knows, oh yeah, I know my corner shop. That's how I go looking at my corner shop, looking crazy. So yeah, that was the plan, was just to introduce them, number one, and also showcase points of like British culture and just culture in general as well. I hope that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah.
I don't know what I look. When you mentioned first date, I saw Shepard's face.
I was thinking about it. Because I was thinking about my first one. Because remember my first one? You remember the group chat? How do I hug?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ask how to hug the girl?
No, I went on Google. Like, what's the correct way to hug a girl?
Oh, that's so cute.
I remember that.
I wasn't sure, bro. Like, because I was like, do you do the overhand? Like, do you do under?
Yeah. See, in my mind, these are the things that Andrew's saying to himself, like, oh my God, like, what do I, Is all those things is all in there. Is all in there. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Those are things I wish I played around with more, to be honest. Those little things, things like that, like, like the awkward moments of like, ooh.
Okay, so you mentioned that someone read your script and they said that they wanted they gave a suggestion and you added it. So I remember when we went to BFI that we went to watch Black New Terms and Condition, and one of the people asked, like, I can't remember the question exactly, but the guy mentioned like it took him 9 years to make the movie.
Oh wow!
And
that makes me feel very good.
Exactly, and he said that during his whole time, it was very hard for him to have the idea from where it started, and he had to go through loads of hurdles because he wanted it in a certain direction, and then obviously you get the white investors and all these kind of people. They're trying to take you away from the direction that you want it to take, and they were trying to make it into a documentary, and he does not want to make a documentary. So there's almost two questions. So what did the prequel, or even before the short film, what did it look like at the start compared to now? And has anything even changed? Maybe even like watching the I know you went to go watch the drama. I don't know if anything changed during that as well. And the other question is
the Zendaya film.
Yeah.
That actually really opened my eyes a lot too for this. So when I first wrote it, my goodness, it was like a book. And I gathered anytime I was in a room with at least 3 people, I would make everybody read the script. Then I did an official reading and I held everybody in there for I don't know how long. To this day, I feel sorry for them. So I for the life of me, I was like, how am I going to condense it to 90 pages? And then I managed to do that. So it has changed a lot, because you even telling that story of the 9 years, it's not up to 9 years, but it's not far off that I've had this script. And it's changed because of advice. And it was hard to receive, but then it made sense. As I started to review it a lot more, and I was like, okay, I think I could see where she's coming from. And then it's also changed because of the time period. So there's some things in there that stop making sense because things have changed.
Do you know anything? Do you remember anything?
Not particularly, no. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but there's just certain conversations that were in there. I was like, oh, that's a bit dated now. That's not going to make a lot of sense anymore. So I've had to find a way to generalize a lot of things. And also, I think the main notes I received was that the way I wrote it is also the way I communicate. Is just like, just very straight to the point. So even in the prequel, sometimes it's like, where's the rest? So I actually only learned that now after editing the prequel. Was like, I realized that I could have expanded a lot of the conversation a lot more. But my goal was to keep it short, to have people wanting more. But I do see more room could have been had to explore more things. So yeah, so it's kind of hard to deviate from your original idea, but it's very necessary, I do find. And sometimes what someone says won't hit you until like 5 years later. And if it doesn't hit me at all, then I'll just leave it. Then if it does, then I'll change it. But it hasn't really changed, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, but even now, I watched the drama the other day and I was like, okay, yeah, I need to like, because I've been watching a lot of like romantic films just to make sure that I'm really bringing the love and the drama at the same time. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on now, but I don't want to overdo it. That's the problem.
What did the drama do for you then?
Oh, I liked the relationships building, and it was more, actually, I tell a lie, it was more, I liked the way it was shot. So I'm paying more attention to like directing now. Before I used to like pay attention to like performance and and costume. Those are the first 2 things my eyes would always go to. Now I pay attention to like how it's been edited and also directed. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it's a really good film. I have to go watch it again.
We were saying the same thing. I've been trying to watch it again. I'll watch it again tomorrow. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah.
Drama's done really well, you know.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the length as well.
Yeah, I
saying
think
if you want to take note,
man. I feel like anything like 1 hour 30, between 1 hour 30 and 1 hour 40, I think that's the sweet spot. Well, just for like casual. If you're like a casual cinema viewer, you watch. But like, for example, Budget Hail Mary is 2.5 hours. Even though it was probably needed, to be 2.5 hours. Like a casual person isn't gonna spend like 3 hours in it. Like, you're gonna watch trailers as well. No one's gonna. A casual person ain't watch trailers. But yeah, I think that's the sweet spot. 1 hour. Like, the drum was like perfect. So.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes it's like the most important thing is storytelling. Like, the reason why Project Hail Mary for me, and remember I said like I wanted to change, like, tweak the rating just so I can give it a bad rating. I'm crazy, there's something wrong with me. But yeah, something that the more we like, obviously we record and watch movies, the more I'm like kind of realizing like what's interesting to me, and at that point, Project Hail Mary for me made me understand storytelling and how important it is, and how it makes me like have an understanding of time. Because Project Hail Mary was a bit too long for me. Like, it felt long, and my problem was the storytelling. The plot was good, but the storytelling was bad. But movies like And then I think the same week I ended up watching a Stanley Kubrick movie. Bro, those movies are 2 hours 40.
Damn.
And for me, that's like nothing. I genuinely felt like nothing. And the most important part is the storytelling for me. That kind of gives you that understanding of time. And it's like you're not really there for long anyway. So yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Any more little questions?
My question is more on like the production side. So obviously you had a shot in the corner shop. You had the little restaurant. What was that shooting the actual prequel like? Like the days, how long did it take? What was the interactions with obviously the other actors, the crew? What was that like?
So we shot it twice. So the prequel that's out now is the second time we done it, but the corner shop scene is the first time we done it.
Okay.
So the first time we done it, we had a really cool location, but then we had everything was shot in one location, except for the corner shop, of course. And we had a separate location for the apartment scene, for the house scene, but we lost it midway shooting. The person who gave us the house stopped answering our phone calls.
Damn.
And it was something. And it got to the point where we even called it on another number. They answered, and then when they realized it was us, they hung up. Well, no, they said they'll call us back, and then there was nothing.
No.
So it was terrible. So last minute, my co-producer Fasola, she managed to get us an apartment, but then we didn't shoot the proposal scene. It didn't really turn out right. So in my mind, I always knew we were gonna reshoot the proposal scene. But then as I watched the whole thing back, I realized that, I didn't really like my performance per se. And that I played it more like me and his name is Andrew. The guy who plays Andrew, Emmanuel. We played more me than him. I would say it was more like we were friends.
I see.
So it was giving like buddy, and I was watching it back like, oh girl, like where is it? Where is the performance? And it was terrible. And of course, everyone will say I was being hard on myself until they watched it. Like, okay, I can see where you're coming from.
Okay.
And that mainly came from me struggling to identify Ade. I couldn't figure out who she was because I wanted her to be so different from myself.
Okay.
And then I realized, my co-producer made me realize that, actually, she is very much like you. So the second time we did it, I really was hyper-focused on building the chemistry between the two of us. And I know for me as a performer, I don't like doing romantic roles where I just don't enjoy them. I don't mind the acting part, but when you have to do all the other stuff, miss me out. So in my mind, I was like, we have to rehearse.
Yeah.
And I can't just rely on me thinking I'm a great performer when I didn't perform the first time. So the second time we rehearsed, and so the second time, and also I took the first time as a trial. So by the time we did it the second time, it was really smooth. Everybody knew it was the same. Everybody was the same except for the lighting. But everybody was the same, and we all knew what we were doing. So it really was a smooth day, and we all shot it in. It was all shot in one location. So we already had the corner shop scene, which actually was a lot longer, but it was just haphazard. We were rushing time, so we only got that small part to work with, and we decided not to reshoot it because we felt like it still worked. And then so everything else was in one spot, and and then that was that. So it wasn't too hard. By the second time we did it, it was quite smooth, and it was a lot of fun too. Like, we had a lot of fun. But by the end, the last scene was the house scene. I was so tired. I didn't realize acting, directing, producing. It was a lot. I said, please come and go home. Yes. And that is how the film was produced.
Like nothing happened.
So yeah, we were talking about how Ade. Wait, is Ade the guy or the
Yes.
girl? Sorry, characters.
Ade's the girl.
Okay, who's the guy again?
Andrew.
Andrew. Sorry. We were talking about how Andrew made Ade his girlfriend. We were gonna say that will not go down well with the Gen Z crowd.
I know. You know, after I watched it, I said, "This is so low maintenance."
Yeah, that will not go down with the Gen Z. This is Gen Z love. You have to do balloon,
Yes.
hotel, pictures coming off,
Yes.
pictures coming off. Balenciaga shoes on the plane. That's Gen Z love. I was.
Oh Lord.
So, what's going on there? How are you gonna mix your understanding of love and how are you gonna bring it together for us, young audience, the Gen Z?
So I feel like this is actually that the way he asked her or the way it happened is actually based on a true story, not my story though. Not my story, but it's based on a true story. When I was in uni, you know, my best friend. So we were coming back from a party or from a rave, I should say. And he had given her his chain to wear just to hold. So we were all in the taxi and then he had called her. So he was on voice note, on loudspeaker, sorry. And then she was like, "Oh, I've got your chain." He was like, "Yeah, hold it." She was like, "Yeah, but when are you going to get it? Like, when am I going to be able to give it back to you?" He was like, "Yeah, but you're my girl. So just hold it." And then we were all like, "Oh." And she was like, so basically, literally what she said, she was like, "But you haven't even asked me." So that's how that, and then when we hung up, we were all screaming in the car. And she was like, "Yeah, but how is he going to ask like that?" So that whole thing. So like, eventually, you have to imagine that on the phone when she told her friends, she was like, "Yeah, it was so random." But again, like when you watch the film, a lot of things will make more sense. But yeah, it's actually based on a true story. I just stole it from her. I don't think she's even realized that it's her. So yeah, so I don't know if I would want someone to ask me like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the type of person I am, I'll be like, "Excuse me, hello, what's going on here? Hello, what's going on?" I don't really have patience to be told. I'll ask myself. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I recognize it's a millennial. Maybe it's a millennial thing.
Would you appreciate the Gen Z way? How do you feel about the Gen Z love? Like, do you know?
I think it's cute. Yeah, I do. The balloons in the hotel room. I think. Do you know what? Honestly, I think what works for someone might not work. Do you know what I mean? Everything works for whoever.
That's true. Everyone's
so
different.
if you know what I mean. So if your partner knows that's what she likes, even if you think, "Oh, everyone's doing it," but you know she likes it, just do it. If it's me, you will know I wouldn't particularly like that.
Oh, really?
No, it's not really nice. I don't like very grand things like that. I like
one thing about this
chill.
girl, yeah, she'll say one thing and do the other. She's very much like that. Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Because I'm not understood, you see, guys. People don't be listening. You better not put no balloon up for me. That's why No, I would much rather you write on a note, "Will you be my girlfriend, yes or no?" and then slide it.
Subtle. That's subtle.
What did it do?
You know what I mean, Josh? Just slide it. And I'll be like, "Oh!" And then I'll be like, then I'll start asking 10,000 questions.
What if you don't have a pen?
What do I have to do now that I'm your girlfriend?
He'll give her the pen in the card.
I don't want the card. I want a note, a paper, like old school. Yes or no, tick the box.
Oh, I see.
That's what I want. Or write me an email.
See what I mean? He's mad, bro.
Send me an email. I would love that. If you send me an email.
Bro. Yeah, you two are definitely related, bro.
That is so romantic.
An email is romantic.
It's so romantic. Just
how
think
can
about
you
it.
even
I'm
portray,
working.
Ooh,
And then
okay,
email.
the setting, it kind of makes sense.
See?
You know what I mean?
Everyone's different, man.
Yeah.
Everyone appreciate it.
Email. What do you
I'm
say?
always working.
Outlook email.
You said?
And you hear the notification as well.
Oh my god. And I'm like, oh, who is it again? And then it's him. And he says, I have a question. I'm like, oh my god. And then we go back and forth.
That's very interesting.
Send me an email. And then take me to eat after.
Okay, yeah.
True.
Yeah. Me, how would I? Well,
All the guys
Yeah, how would
watching.
you guys do it?
we know Josh did the balloons.
Oh,
No,
Josh
that's
did the
not how-
balloon.
That's not how I didn't ask her like that. That's not how I asked her.
Oh, okay.
We went dinner.
Okay, sorry.
We went
Okay.
What
dinner.
was
I
the
did
balloons
I did
then?
Oh wait, and then
That
on
was
the
her
dinner
birthday,
you
her
said,
birthday.
Oh.
oh, you asked her on her birthday.
No.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Nah, so we went to dinner. I did the
Yeah.
message on the plate, the dessert on the plate.
Is
That's how I
it?
did. That's how I did.
Oh,
You didn't even write it, bro.
that's so cute.
You didn't even write it though.
Yeah, so
What do you hear?
When I was making
he's
the
a
booking,
boss.
when I was making the booking, it's like you have to write like in a special request.
Oh,
And
that's
then
so thoughtful.
there was like they did it all, and there's like a little cake or whatever. But that the balloons was her birthday, and her birthday's on Valentine's, innit? So I had to do like
Her birthday's on Valentine's.
yeah, exactly. So
You're
like,
dating Aquarius.
Oh yeah, they are Aquarius. She's an
Is
Aquarius.
it? Oh, fair enough.
My birthday's 10 days before, so that's why they disappear. You know, they don't want to do the double.
Nah.
I shouldn't say that. Jolly is gonna kill me. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. So, Larry, how do you imagine you do this one day?
Ooh, I like this. Let's get into this.
Would you do an Andrew? Would it slip out, or would you do a Josh?
Oh, that's a great question.
I feel like I'm getting press record. You get like me, PJ, Dubai.
PJ, you know.
For girlfriends.
Yeah, this one.
For girlfriends.
You don't know this one. You don't know this one.
How are you gonna top the engagement?
I'll put it.
Oh,
I
true.
don't know. I feel like if they know me, I'm like a simple person. If I probably dinner would be like the ideal.
Dinner's cash money.
Yeah, like
Not over text.
Nothing.
Oh my god, text is so cute
Don't
though.
do that, bruv. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, to be no. I think dinner. I'll be shaking though. Oh my days.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, would you? Is it a nervous thing to ask?
I was nervous.
course,
Flipping
what?
out.
Were you?
Yeah, I had to go to the toilet, bro. I was nervous, bro.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's real.
I mean, did you think she was gonna say no?
Nah, but I was just nervous.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, when's your birthday?
October
October what?
8th.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. You're Libra, so you guys are gonna get married.
Facts.
Star signs. Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Libra and Aquarius are like good. Is a good match.
I don't even know the compatibility stuff, but fairs me.
It's great. Your odds are in your favor.
Is it?
Or the odds are in your favor.
Okay, so
Nice.
who's a good match with the Pisces?
I don't know. I don't know my star sign.
Wait,
Pisces.
What do you know about Pisces?
I don't know for Pisces.
who's Pisces? You Pisces show?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, Larry's Pisces.
Larry's Pisces.
Yeah.
Oh, Pisces men are they're dodgy.
Yes.
What's he
But-
talking
so dodgy, bro.
But they're faith. But when they get that person,
Yeah.
they'll hold on to that
No, he's
person.
very
Is
dodgy.
it?
But you can't catch
I'm
them.
dodgy.
They're like fish. You can't catch them.
Hilarious. That is you, bro.
Okay, so what are you, Show? What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius. I'm adventurous.
Yeah, they're wanderers. They just where are they? I don't know. They're going to find themselves all the time.
Hey.
Yeah,
Look at the star sign people were onto something. Birds, man.
No, guys, just give it a chance, okay? It's all it is. It's energy.
Yeah. And what did you say about the star sign? That's how they used the stars to find the three wise men used the stars to find
Yeah, but then I found out.
Okay.
But I found out that it's not astrology. It's another astronomy or something like this. Oh no, it's still stars though. It's all the same practice. So yes, they used the stars to find Jesus. That's a fact.
How would me as a lover boy? How would I ask? I mean,
yeah. How would you ask?
I'm more like a poem. No.
A poem?
No, I wouldn't write a poem.
Please.
But I'll express.
Don't write a poem.
I'll express my love though. I'm not the type. I'm the type to actually say it. I'm not the type to make someone write it down. How I want to say it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but you're only writing down. Will you be my girlfriend?
Nah. I'm gonna ask over dinner.
Oh, you're gonna say it with your words.
Say it with my words. Yeah. Words of affirmation.
Will you be my?
That's my love
language. Will
you?
Oh, is that your love language?
I think so.
My lord, that's my worst.
What?
If I hear Pim.
What?
What?
I hate it.
What?
No, because the words are one thing and this one words are one thing, actions another thing.
Okay.
That's what's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you speak to me, it gets really irritating because what you're saying to me, you try to manipulate me. I need to see the action. I don't even need to be told that you love me. I need to see it.
I hear it.
Yeah. I don't need words of affirmation on any day. It'll be nice, but I won't believe you unless you do it.
Nah, I'm big on it though.
If you don't take out the bins, how do I know you love me?
It's true.
That's true love.
It's true love.
That's true love.
Anyway, you can see it from a different angle though. Like how I see words of affirmation. It's like it's like an update every day. Like you're telling her, like, oh, you're so smart. I mean, like, you're always like being positive. Okay. I mean, like, oh, like you do this right, you do this right, you're doing well today. Da, da, da.
I get that.
Yeah, that's.
So is it that you like to give words of affirmation, or what do you like to receive as your love language?
Receiving. I'm not big on gifts.
So you like to. No, you don't do gifts.
No, I don't do. No, I don't receive gifts.
Oh, you don't like gifts?
No.
Yeah, that's me too. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I think I'm quality time. What's the other ones?
Acts of service.
Oh, I'm a big on acts of service. I'm big on.
You'll do something for people.
I'll do everything, bro. I'll give you the world, man. Standing.
Oh, look at me.
I feel like I do it for everyone. I do it for everyone.
Oh.
Like I'm the type of person, like, if you tell me, like,
I will never forget the day I asked you to put a shelf together and you moaned the whole day.
Did I do it? Did I do it?
Eventually,
did I do it,
but begrudgingly.
Did I do
begrudgingly.
Did I do it?
Begrudgingly.
Did I do it?
But that was years ago, so I feel like you've changed.
Of course I've changed. The final love, I'm intrigued by Josh because Josh actually knows his.
Okay.
Like, his firsthand. I'm actually intrigued.
My love language. Acts of
well, giving and receiving.
Acts of service.
What?
Is that to give?
Hello, Joe, you think we missed that?
No, I wired myself. Okay, I don't know. We said the rules. We said the rules.
We did.
We said the rules.
Mine, acts of service. I feel like acts of service is number one because you can be, I don't know, going about your day, come back from work. Oh, babe, I made the favorite meal. Oh, babe, I got you this. You said you wanted this from the. It doesn't have to be something expensive. Oh, I got you this this wallet you wanted, or this socks that you like, something like that. Just something small.
Oh, so you like gifts then?
More thoughtful, I'd say. It doesn't have to be like a gift.
Yeah, because there's also food as well.
Yeah, food is.
Yeah. Because it shows you put thought to it, and that thought comes from a warm heart. So
Yes.
So yeah, I said that. Yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
What about you, Larry?
feel like all of them slightly.
I hear it still. I hear it.
No, because I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say I'm easy, but no, honestly.
No, on
That's
lyrics,
a yellow.
I
That's
hear it.
yellow.
I hear
That is
it.
yellow. That
No,
is
no,
yellow.
I hear it.
no, but for
That
real,
is-
like literally any little thing, I just appreciate. It's like
Mhm.
if you tell me, "Oh, you look nice today," I'll hold that in my heart because it's like, damn, you
Oh,
know,
Man,
that's
you
so
know what I mean?
that's sweet.
Or like if you get me, I don't know, anything like something this small, just the fact that you do it together for me. It's like, yeah, thank you. You
This
know
is
what
where I'm going wrong.
I
Yeah.
mean?
I ain't gonna tell you nothing. No, I'm lying. I'm joking.
Are you though?
No, I'm very nice in relationship.
Do that face.
I said, oh, you look nice.
Yeah, but I don't like the way you said it.
That's the way you're gonna get it. Because I'm definitely gonna say if you walked in looking nice, I'm like,
Okay, I like that one. I like
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was
I'm
good.
like,
Yeah,
no,
that's
my
true.
home is gonna follow up because it depends on what has happened. So if
Mm.
you've done something dodgy, I will always bring it up in a funny way.
Mm.
See, no, men don't want that.
Oh, okay, I see. But it's banter.
No, not the way you say it.
So if
No.
I said, oh, that's a nice shirt, so you can wear that shirt for Sally at the workplace, no problem.
Yeah.
Is that not words of affirmation?
No.
What?
It's a backhand, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
backhand.
see.
Mm. This one didn't. I don't
No, I'm
understand,
joking.
bro.
I'm joking. I'm very nice. I promise. I'm very pleasant.
No. You are. You are very thoughtful. Any more? Back on the prequel.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you guys would add?
I was gonna mention I like the little bloopers section. I feel like films used to do that. Like films, TV used to do little bloopers section at the end. I was even thinking to myself, I need to bring that back. Even just little, because you get to see that the chemistry between the actors, off behind the cameras, and stuff like that. So I really like that.
Oh, thank you. Had a big response actually. The bloopers. A lot of people love the bloopers.
Yeah.
So the bloopers was I wanted to. So after every blooper is supposed to be, the person's name of the credit. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we lost some of our BTS, so I only had their voices, so you can't really tell who's who. So the joke is that throughout it's me and Fasola, my co-producer. She's making fun of me because I'm finding the kissy scenes uncomfortable. So the part where we're dancing, she says she's the one who in the background says that she likes that because at that moment we were like,
Yeah.
it was, you know what I mean, I think it was like the third take, so we had finally got into the groove of that scene. So
Yeah.
she was mentioning how she liked that performance, so that's where the laughter came from, because everybody laughed at different things. But I knew what that joke was, so that joke was in there for her. And I feel like I have to explain the one where, the proposal scene of the blooper.
Yeah.
So we had to hold that for a while because I was trying to get a screen grab so I could draw the image. So that's where that got cut off, because it just went on for too long. But I just needed the perfect picture, because if I don't get the perfect picture, which I still didn't get it, I wouldn't be able to to draw it. So that was that. I have to explain it, because you can see the poster in the back. That's what we ended up using, which
Okay.
was a picture from the photo shoot we did for the proposal. So I wasn't able to get a good clear enough screen grab from the film. I had to use it from the photo shoot we did. So yeah, but the bloopers was a lot of fun editing that. It was really nice, because I'm glad that people enjoyed it, because it showed how much fun that we really did have on that day. So yeah.
Anything else, lads?
I mean, one last thing, we didn't really talk about the whole marketing actually, because I remember You posted a picture and you made it look like you were engaged, and everyone's like, oh, you know, black people would love marriages, you know, the love engagement stories. So it got the people reeled in. So I thought that was smart, actually. And then you obviously
Oh, thank
explained.
you.
Little inside, you don't know.
Oh yeah.
Remember the wedding I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Basically, we came back from our cousin's wedding, and Sister Moon was hiding the situation. She was teasing it,
Yes.
so people were getting ideas, and she released it after the wedding, so everybody's hopes was high.
Oh.
And that's what. And she didn't tell the aunties or the uncles. And she's the oldest.
Uh,
so
Wait, for the people,
it's all-
Shall do you want to explain the whole sitch, like the posting of the?
Oh yeah, well she posted she pretended that she was engaged, and then how long did he keep it up for? Like he didn't.
a week.
He didn't, 1 week.
A week and some days.
One whole week.
It got me.
She pretended to be engaged.
That's all right.
For the release of the prequel, and it worked.
It worked.
Definitely not. Yeah.
It worked. most engagement you've seen in a while. Well, that sounds shady.
Oh
No. But yeah, it's actually true. It's just true. It's a fact, and it did. Yeah, like I said, it did work, and it did well. Anything on that? Any mishaps or?
So I was teasing it for like a good almost a month before. So I knew I wanted to do it from the first time we shot it, which was the year prior. So, but a lot of my friends and my cousins all know I'm single. So I was like, how are they going to suddenly believe that I'm engaged? And like we mentioned, we had a family wedding, which was a really big one. And I didn't bring a date there. So I was like, how am I going to do this? So leading up to that wedding, I posted a soft launch to get my friends pull them in so they could believe it. So by the time the engagement came up, their comments wouldn't seem like shocking. It would just seem like, oh, okay. So I posted that, and that really went off on TikTok. People really loved that video. It was just his bicep. It was a TikTok trend. And then so many people were like messaging me. I was like, oh my God, oh sugar. And I'm a chronic oversharer, so I had to ignore everyone. Otherwise, I'll just tell them the truth. So I was finding it really hard. And on the wedding, even at the wedding, I was pretending as well. Like people will come up to me and be like, oh, I saw your video. Who's my man? Where is he? I said, oh, he's working. Because he's looking like my man don't want to come. Don't want to come outside with me. I was like, oh, he's working. He's working. So then, so they were asking like, oh, is he gonna come to Portugal? I was like, oh, I don't think he's gonna make it. I said, hey, God, this lie is expensive. When I put out the proposal, I didn't factor in my family, and being Nigerian, especially weddings are huge. Especially for the elders, it's their personal, they're all born waiting for your wedding. And it's like, they were calling me, they called my mum to congratulate her. I said, oh my God, this has gone too far. I said, oh God, what am I going to do? So my mum was just like, okay, yeah, thank you. I was like, oh Lord, what are we going to do? So I only told my mum and my dad. And then one of my uncles sent me the most beautiful message. I said, oh my God. So I had to call him and tell him the truth. So now everyone's waiting for me to get married. And I'm like, guys, I have a film to make first, please, I beg. So now everyone has finally, it literally took because I did it around was just before like November time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, until the end of that year, people were still saying congratulations. And I'm like, guys, please, it's not real. It's not real. And everyone's like campaigning, well, you might as well just marry the geezer. I said, guys, please. Please, it's a film.
Might as well.
Oh my God. I said, listen, it's a film. And I was like, and then the conversation side of this is what I want to bring to the big screen. We love it over here. We love talking about love. We love being in the mess about love. Like the UK, we love talking about it. We love dragging about it. Look at the Love Island saga. Like everyone loves relationships and dynamics between it. So I think it'll be really interesting bringing it to the big screen in our own accent from our own ends. And I think I do believe it will have the same impact like Top Boy did when that finally blew. Everyone really felt like, yeah, this is what we're about. You know, it's a part of not our culture, but it's just this is the UK. You know, and I think in this genre, it'll be nice to represent. And I've also shown how much people really love love, and I think seeing it in cinema will be great and continue on just like the films like Boxing Day, Rye Lane. I think they've started something, and I want to add to that. I want to add to that conversation and to that film selection. So my goal is for it to become a cult classic, and I do believe it will be. So yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. So yeah, even with that, there's a big marketing. I just tell people just don't trust me, please, because there's gonna be a lot going on. So I've thought about every aspect of it, and I really want to show with the rollout of the prequel how I've rolled it out, how I've shot it, what I can do. And I think about every aspect. I think about marketing. And I really enjoy marketing. I think about the characters, the what they're wearing. I think about the music. I think about fashion. So all of that will be in there, and I'm really looking forward to bringing it to its full 140 minutes. That's not right. 140 minutes is an hour and 40 minutes. So yes.
Nice.
But it was fun being engaged for that time. It was I enjoyed that week. I was like, this is lovely. Everyone's so happy for me.
Yeah, you should have took it to one of the restaurants. I was watching a TikTok today that one of the guys went on a date and then they faked a proposal and they got their meal for free. They got champagne.
Oh my god!
So, I can't lie. I'm on that, bro. So
I used to do that. I used to go to restaurants and pretend it's my birthday, get cake. Sorry, I cut someone off. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
No. So yeah, well, anyone got anything else to add? No. Well, Sister Mimi, do you wanna? We'll clip this up and then you have you can talk about your prequel. So tell the people to watch the prequel all over again.
Okay, yeah, so yes, you can watch the prequel. It's my short film. It is a short comedy romance. It's on YouTube. It's a band production. And it's exactly that. It's just a short intro to this love story that I want to tell on the big screen. And yeah, get into it. Ade and Andrew, our new favorite couple. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to give it ratings?
Oh, be honest. Be honest. No, because you guys be criticizing things. I would like to hear the critical side. Let's be honest. I'm very open. I love critique.
Okay. I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
I will give it. Yeah, I think it's disrespect. Give me a yellow card, but I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
No, be honest.
No, I have to. I can't think of anything else. All right, I'll give it a 9.8 then.
Okay.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like this is a good concept, and the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is because I feel like it's almost like it's a segment, you know. I want the full pause. I want the full thing, basically. I want the whole.
Yeah.
I want the whole feature, innit? So yeah, 8 out of 10. But it's a good concept. I like it. We need more of it. So yeah.
Yeah. My initial thought was 8.5 out of 10. As I mentioned before, I like the concept where the film is layered, or the prequel is layered, where they're acting inside like the film. I thought that was really cool and really unique. So yeah, 8.5.
Me, I would give it a 7.5.
Oh,
Yes,
Gotta be your own work
because
rate, man.
because of as a producer. So as a no
Right.
more as a writer. Yes, but watching it, I'll give it a good 10 out of 10. But yeah, I feel like I'm very much on a journey of writing and producing. As I've said, I'm not really directing is something I would learn. I would like to go and learn a bit more about. It doesn't come as natural as producing does, as writing does. So that's why I give it that, because I feel like there's so much more I would love to do, and that's what I want to take to the next stage of the prequel, for sure. So yeah, on the producer side, definitely that. But 10 out of 10 overall, everyone did amazing. Yeah.
Shout out
Because a big shout, no, honestly, because a big shout out to especially like Emmanuel, who I call on every last minute, and it's just a yes. There's never like a thought process. It's just yeah, I'll do it. So I'm grateful for his contribution and his time. Adrian, who is the DOP as well, because when we shot it the first
DOP?
time, so the DOP is the director of photography, so he's the one who handles the camera. And when we did it the first time and we were editing, going over the stuff, I was like, you need to bring the stuff that you do in your show. Why you ain't bring me your magic? And this time around, he really did that. And I feel like I really do value people who listen to me, because I find it kind of hard to communicate my ideas sometimes. But he really does understood them and really brought it to life in a special way. And just everybody in the crew, for Solar, my co-producer, she's also amazing. She's just someone who knows how to like get everything. She's a plug for real. Because there isn't anyone I can call and be like, can I use your house? And they're like, yeah, come right now. Do you know what I mean? So having those people on hand, and of course, Jolade is my production assistant, and Shantae, and of course my girl Shez, who helped a lot with a lot of the footage behind the scenes. Having a great team really does help push all this forward. And this time around, I really did have a great team. So yeah, 10 out of 10 to everybody. And I really appreciate everyone. Yeah.
Well done to the crew.
Well, thank you very much. Well, hopefully, the Kennish boys can get a feature in the
little cameo.
Can you?
Yeah.
Maybe
the podcast they're listening.
Maybe,
He's listening to.
Yeah, no, maybe he's watching the podcast. Maybe. Oh.
I know where I'm gonna have you guys. I know it. And the killer is I'm actually that's where I stopped my editing. As I'm editing the script, I know exactly where I'm gonna put you guys right there.
Oh, we got a specific slot, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have a slot. So it might be
get that.
Your voice.
It's in the contract.
Your voice. We'll hear your voices. Yes.
Voices.
Or you want to be in it?
More,
you have a cameo.
More,
you can have a cameo, but there's a lot of commitment. You have to commit to like 3 days.
Next time, give us. We'll show you. We can act.
Okay.
Clips. Yeah, don't worry.
When
I'm a nepo baby, bro. I don't even need to act. You two.
Don't mind me, man. Don't mind me, bro.
Josh, you're a nepo baby?
No. I'm saying like I can improvise. I can do whatever.
No problem. When the auditions come out, I better see every single one of you people. Yeah,
I am there.
There's roles.
I can cry on cue as well.
There's no need to cry here. If you want to cry, you better cry all.
Yeah. You don't see the bowling video.
Oh yeah. Bro, I'm at the intro. That's funny, man.
Yeah. That's been Kennish. Thank you, Sister Boomy, for jumping on the episode.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being our very first guest.
Thank you for having me.
No worries.
All right, then. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, so.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, so.
And yeah, we've been Kennish. Go watch the prequel.
Yeah, so.
Tell them you came from Kennish.
Yeah, in the comments.
Go watch it. Yeah, man. Just comment anything. Do something. Don't even comment on ours. That's a lie. Comment everywhere.
Share the love.
Yeah, that's been Kennish. And bye.
Peace.
Peace.